Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another monthly net worth update. If you're new here, my name is Brittany Morgan. I am currently Coast Fire. I have been living that way for the last 3 years. I recently made a video all about that, so I'll link it up here and down below if you want to check that out. But for today's video, we are doing November 2024. We're going to be going through every single one of my accounts, see what the changes are month over month, and then later in the video, we're going to jump into some life updates. So let's go ahead and jump right into the numbers. To recap from October this year, my net worth at the end of last month was $128,199. The equity that I have in the property I own here in Calgary sits at $59,821. That is an increase of $451. This increase is pretty much the same every month, although I do have my mortgage coming up for renewal in February next year. So we're gonna see if I decide to put a little more money towards my mortgage or not in 2025. My RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan here in Canada, sits at a balance of $62,735. So the market has been doing really well this month. This is an increase from last month of $2,946, and I have not added any more cash into this account. So this is purely market gains through the one investment I hold in this account, which is the Vanguard All Equity Fund. Next up is my DCPP, or Defined Contribution Pension Plan, another retirement account here in Canada. That sits at a balance of $4,831. This is an increase from the previous month of $226. And last on this list is my cash account, which sits at $5,949. This is an increase from October of $1,562. So this is mainly coming from me actually saving cash into this account for future travels. And that brings our grand total net worth for November 2024 to $133,336. This is a pretty significant increase, probably the biggest one I've seen in the last couple of years, of $5,137. Again, this is from just incredible market gains throughout the last month, as well as me putting aside a little more cash into my cash account. So I'm super happy to see this growth and just ecstatic that I've now passed the $130,000 mark. Of course, the next big goal is $150,000, which maybe we'll meet by the end of next year. We'll have to wait and see. Now let's move into income. So in November, I made, as per usual, 500 Canadian dollars in rental income. I also made $260 through YouTube AdSense. So thank you all for watching this video or any of my other videos, because that goes right into my paycheck. I also made a whopping $4,278 at my full-time job. This is quite a bit more than I normally make in a month, because November was a 3-pay month, just the way that it worked out. So I got an extra pay, which I was able to set aside into my travel savings account. So our grand total income for November was $5,038. Now to move into my expenses for the month, my rent, same as every month, $1,750. My insurances, which include homeowners insurance as well as landlord's insurance on my rental property, and car insurance, and that came to $222. $137 of that is just for my vehicle alone. I spent $31 on electricity, $37 on my phone plan, $45 on internet, $360 in groceries and gas. I've decided just to lump this together because I usually am only filling up my vehicle tank once a month. I spent $500 on entertainment. Again, if you've been watching these videos, I've been mentioning that I've been going out and prioritizing socializing. So this budget is more than it should be, I'm gonna say. But at the same time, I had a bigger month in income because of that third pay, but I also worked about 11 hours of overtime in the last few weeks. So I wanted to treat myself a little bit, go out and spend a bit more money, and I think that is perfectly okay. I spent $355 on travel, so I ended up booking a trip to Ottawa, go back to my hometown to see a bunch of family and friends in the new year in early January, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I was able to redeem some of my WestJet points WestJet, if you don't know, is just like an airline in Canada. And I had $113, I believe, in WestJet points. So my flights were only $100 out of pocket. And then the hotel was about $255 or so. So I'm super excited to go on that trip and bring you guys along, show you some of my hometown as much as I possibly can. And yeah, I don't think that's a bad deal for going home and visiting family and friends. I spent $148 in my miscellaneous category. These are things like cat litter, random home items, little bits and bobs, and that is pretty much right around the budget I want it to be at. So I'm happy to see that that has come down this month. That brings our grand total expenses for November 2024 to $3,448. Now moving into some life updates. So we can talk about Ottawa first. I haven't been back home in like 3 years, I want to say. I haven't seen my family since I moved abroad to New Zealand. So I'm super excited to go and catch up with all of them. One of my relatives actually was in New Zealand pretty recently. So I can't wait to see photos and just go through all these cool memories that were made and share some experiences. I'm super stoked. I'm going for 3 nights and I'm gonna see as many people as I possibly can. That is the main point of this trip. I will be staying in the heart of downtown, so I don't know how much like exploring I'm gonna do. January in Ottawa is not the nicest month to go. It's probably gonna be quite chilly, but if I get lucky, I'll be able to go out and just wander around and hopefully see some like remaining Christmas lights that haven't been taken down yet and get some really cool footage to show you guys. So I hope you're excited to come home with me and see my hometown. I'm very excited to bring you guys along. The second thing that I wanted to get into or talk about is that I am still prioritizing my social life. And this is something I touched on in expenses. You see like my, $500 a month, where I don't make a ton of money. That is a big portion of my budget, but I just think it's been the best possible time in my life to be putting money into this. And it's not necessarily the money that is making my social life so great. It's just the fact that I'm getting to go out and do things with the people that I love, with new friends, old friends, and doing all these incredible things, going to different events, going to movies, going out and doing a little bit of shopping, going out for dinner. I've just like never really done this before. I've never had a period in my life where I put friendship first and have been able to go out and experience the things that I would normally experience with a partner, but with friends. And it's just given me such fulfillment. And it's really playing into the whole, I have my dream job and I'm going out and enjoying being single. I'm trying to build this really full and rich life. And money is just part of that. And I'm perfectly okay with spending that money now in order to have these experiences while I'm younger and while I'm able to and while I'm excited about it. And it's just been incredible. It's been such a good last few months, and I'm really looking forward to the new year, really looking forward to the holidays and spending time with people here in Calgary and then seeing family in January. So I'm just super excited for what's to come for the future, and I'm feeling good. I'm just feeling really good. I think if you're struggling, if the holidays is a hard time of year for you, try to get out and see people. Even if you don't feel like it, even if the weather is bad, getting FaceTime with other people is honestly the most important thing for your mental health. And I have always been kind of more introverted and a homebody, and I like to stay at home and watch movies and do all that. And I still do that sometimes, but getting out and seeing my friends at least once a week, more like 2 or 3 times, has been just the best thing in the world, and I love them to bits. So I am going to continue this. I am going to keep spending money on my social category and my social part of my budget, and I might even increase it certain months because it's just been amazing. An update for you guys on work. It's been very busy recently. It looks like it's not going to slow down anytime soon. Probably over the Christmas week or 2 weeks, it'll be relatively quiet, but it's been super busy. I've been feeling very tired, but also very fulfilled and energized just because I love my job. I do really want to do a winter in Calgary video, as well as Banff or Canmore, Kananaskis, and show you guys the mountains and the snow because it's so incredibly beautiful. And I want to do a bit more content around Calgary and telling you guys about what it's like living here, particularly in the winter, because it's the end of November, but it's been like minus 20 degrees Celsius for the last week, and it's been snowing pretty much nonstop, which is not normal. but this is normal for winter, like later in the year. Usually this would happen like December, January, or February. And I just want to show you guys all this stuff in case you're considering moving here or you're just curious what it's like living in a different part of the world. And because it's so cold, I've just been spending a lot of time indoors. I have been going out and getting together with friends and stuff on the weekends mainly. But during the week, like getting home, it's dark out when I get home usually, and just, you know, lighting all the lights up, lighting some candles, baking cookies, chilling, putting on like the fireplace channel or some kind of Christmas cozy music in the background has been amazing. I've been getting into some new shows. I just recently finished Arcane. If you guys have seen that, or if you haven't seen it, it's so good. It's based on like a video game called League of Legends, and the animation is like to die for, and the storyline will have you in tears. Like, it's so well written, it's so well done, it's amazing. If you guys have any other shows that you would recommend that maybe are kind of similar to that, or any shows that you're watching right now that you're absolutely loving, I am getting close to needing a new show to watch, so leave me a comment down below if you have any suggestions. And that's pretty much it for today's video, so thank you so much for joining me for another monthly net worth update. I hope you guys also had an amazing November like I did, and I'm super excited to see you in December. Bye.